Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Insurance. Financial services. Now when I say Nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide. Is both. Nationwide. Is both. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
Pack up our bags like some runaways. Hit them back roads to the woods somewhere far away from the cities. This world is just way too damn crazy. What the fuck? We get here where they keep pushing God out, the devil draws near. How do we become a nation? Popping up abominations. Everything we were supposed to be smothered with hate. Sundown debating if their way or is violent. Too many Republicans take it with silence. If we don't take a stand, we're gonna lose this land to the communists and globalists. It's getting out of hand. Please God bless us with your healing hand. Remove the evil curse that infects this land. Please God save us. We're going down. The last place where freedom stands is under attack, bombarded by the devil. And it seems we need your help, save us from this hell. I remember it like it was yesterday. All of the problems this country is facing did not exist. We were hung up on 2 million genders and someone's race. Nowadays, no matter what you say, someone's on your case. It's all a disgrace. All of that hate had all but disappeared. But the Dems needed division, and all of that hate to create voters for themselves. They needed their base, spitting lies and falsely accusing the right of atrocities. They got the people to bend the knee to their sick-ass agendas and immorality. Damn. Please God bless us with your healing hand. Remove the evil curse that infects this land. Please God save us. We're going down. The last place where freedom stands is under attack, bombarded by the devil. And it seems we need your help, Lord, to save us from this hell. Children, this country ain't the same as what I grew up in. It's more divided now than it's ever been. It's not too late to push back, we still can win. Indoctrinating our kids now in the classrooms, inviting men into the women's bathrooms, openly call for violence on me and you. They want us to die over our point of view, following blindly the words spoken on the fake news. Everything they are doing is a slap in the face of the men and women that are fighting wars against the things they are now embracing. Such a disgrace, they need someone to put them back in their place. Our fathers before us would never stand for what these evil demons are doing to our land. Please God bless us with your healing hand. Remove the this land. Please God save us. We're going down. The last place where freedom stands is under attack, bombarded by the devil. And his demons, we need your help, Lord, to save us from this hell.
Yep, it's called a home equity agreement, and I got $143,000 for my home equity without monthly payments.
Y'all ever heard of a home equity agreement? It's quickly becoming one of the go-to ways to tap into your home equity for homeowners who need cash and don't want monthly payments. They've already helped over 14,000 homeowners tap into their home's built-up equity without adding monthly payments, refinancing, or selling their home. Here's how it works. They ask a few simple questions about your home and your goals, then they tell you how much cash you may qualify for. I first found out about this from my neighbor, Raymond. About 2 years ago, he used it when his bills were stacking up and his bank kept denying him for a HELOC. He used the same site and ended up unlocking $125,000 from his home with no added monthly payments. Then it happened to me. I had credit card debt piling up, needed to fix my roof, and didn't want to touch my low mortgage rate. I clicked the same site Raymond used, answered
No more fake leaders, suits full of lies, smile for the cameras, nice in disguise.
All right, give me a jacket.
Serve the elite, selling out the nations to stay in the seat. They talk about change, but recycle the script. Every broken promise, another power trip. Hands in the system, pockets stay thick while the people get crumbs and the rich never slip. I don't trust the word from a pay it all mouth. Truth don't live where the money runs out. We gon' watch. Watching the game that we calling it out. No more fake leader, we done playing it quiet. No more, no more, no more, no more, no more, no more, no more fake leaders. No more disguise. Oh, no. We see through the suits. Oh, no. We see through the lies. Oh, no. Stand for the people. Oh, no. Not power and greed. Oh, no. If you sold out the country, you ain't who we need. Oh, no. No more fake leaders. No, we taking it back. Truth in the mic and the way to the fact. We don't need the corruption or scripted deceivers. This is the end of the era. No more fake leaders. No more fake leaders. No more fake leaders, yeah. No more fake leaders, no more. They weaponize fear to keep control. Divide every color, every class, every soul. Create a problem so they can't on patrol. They blame that the people when the system get cold. They don't wanna think us, they want compliance. Labels over logic, silence over defiance. But we don't fall in line, we apply pressure. Expose every move, every lie, every measure. I'm tired of acting pretending to lead. Tired of wars, wrapped up in sheep. You don't respect with a podium speech. You earn it by standing for the people you preach. I'm tired of acting pretending to lead. Tired of wars, wrapped up in sheep. You don't respect with a podium speech. You earn it by standing for the people you preach. No more fake leaders. No more disguise. So no, we see through the suit. So no, we see through the lies. So no, stand for the people. No more power and greed. So no, if you sold out the country, no, you ain't who we need. So no more fake leaders. No more, we taking it back. Truth in the mic and the weight and the fact. We don't need the corruption or scripted deceivers. This is the end of the era. No more fake leaders. No more fake leaders. No more fake leaders. No more fake leaders. No more. No scripts, no handlers, no chains on the mind. No puppets on strings telling people to lie. We don't want kings, we don't worship the throne. Just real accountability, leave us alone. No more double talk, no more smoking mirrors. No more fake tears from common manipulators. If you fit the truth in, you fit the citizens. And they tell me everything about your intentions. We don't need saviors, we need integrity. Leaders with Bible, not manufactured energy. The people are awake, the curtain is lifted. And every fake leader knows the power is shifting. Say left or right is real, it's a pretend. Truth is corruption, begin and present. No more fake leaders, say it again. The era is done, and we not going back. No more lies. No more man. No more fake leaders. No more man. No more fake leaders. No more man.
Yes, sir!
Have learned that if you threaten the American people, our soldiers are coming for you, your defeat will be certain, your demise will be final, and your downfall will be
They praying
total
on a downfall, betting on collapse, saying freedom just a myth. Why they tighten all the straps, painting chaos like a prophecy. They wanna make fact, but America ain't falling, we too strong for that. They push fear on the screen, sell doom like a drug. Try to split us into pieces just to tighten the club, but we don't fold under pressure, we rise from the mud. Red, white, blue, heart pumping freedom through the blood. They don't know our story, they don't get our fight. We were born in resistance, we survived through the night. Every time they say it's over, we step back in the light. Cause liberty don't die, it just comes back twice. America ain't falling, we stand tall through the fire. We push back when when they pressurize higher and higher. They want panic division, they want all our collapse. But we build different, stronger than the system traps. America ain't falling, we the voice, we the flame. You can't shatter a country with a message this brave. We stay loud, unbroken, we don't bend, we don't crawl. Yeah, they want us to crumble, but America won't fall. And twist truth for power, turn unity to dust. Tell us neighbors are the enemy, so we lose all trust. But I seen the real people, strong, grounded, tough. And I know deep down that resilience is enough. We survive every hit, every bruise, every lie. We outgrow every wound that was meant to make us die. From the bottom to the top, every struggle, every try shows America ain't falling, we just learning how to fly. They want riots in the streets, want the culture to snap. Want the youth terrified, want the whole map cracked. But strength is in the backbone, we keep pushing right back. And our courage is a weapon they can never subtract us. America ain't falling, we stand tall through the fire. We push back when they pressurize higher and higher. They want panic division, they want all our collapse. But we build different, stronger than the system's traps. America ain't falling, we the voice, we the flame. You can't shatter a country with a message this brave. We stay loud, unbroken, we don't bend, we don't crawl. Yeah, they want us to crumble, but America won't fall. They can break the news, but they can't break us. They can shake the ground, but we still stand up. They can preach collapse, but we call they bluff. America ain't done, we just getting tough. We ain't scared of the voices that predict our end. Cause the power's in the people, not the suits they defend. Every independent thinker ain't afraid to offend. We speak truth, not fear, and we do it again. Freedom ain't a trophy, it's a battle we fight. In America, stay strong when the world gets tight. We shine brightest when darkness tries to take our sight. Cause we're warriors of hope in the dead of the night. So say what you want, we ain't backing off. This land built up from the grid to the cross. We rise when it's on, never fall, never pause. America ain't falling, we remember the call. Stand tall, stay loud, keep fighting. America ain't falling, not ever. Stand tall, stay loud, keep fighting. America ain't falling, not ever.
You're still in the Bronx candy canes again.
They try to break the backbone of a nation made of steel. Try to shut our voices down so we never get a hit. But pressure makes diamonds and you're looking at the proof. America, we rise and time to bring back the truth. Yeah, we can rise again, America. Stand tall, don't fall. They've been stealing our freedom, but it's time to take hold. We the fire in the darkness they can never control. We can rise again, strong and bold. We can rise again, America, push back, don't break. They've been trying to divide us, but we stronger always. Every patriot with heart, now the country they shake. We can rise again for freedom's sake. They've been feeding us illusion just to weaken our spine. Selling fear like a drug just to keep us in line. They divide every neighbor, every friend, every side, so we never see the enemy that hides in the skies. They rewriting our history, pretending it's broke, but they severing the truth just to poison the hope. They control every outcome like a nation remote, and they censor every voice that refuses to stay close. But we ain't falling for the tactics, we woke from the trains. We the people, not puppets, we don't move on command. Every storm we've been through only gave us some stains. We the heartbeat of a country they keep crushing in advance. Stand proud, stand brave, stand fearless, stand alive. We the future of a nation that can't die in the crowd. I'm the spark in the dark that the system vowed to drown. But America's a phoenix and we rising off the ground. We can rise again, America, stand, don't fold. They've been stealing our freedom, but it's time we take hold. We the fire in the darkness they can never control. We can rise again, strong and bold. We can rise again, America, push back, don't break. They've been trying to divide us, but we stronger always. Every patriot with heart, now the country they shake. We can rise again for freedom's sake. They've been counting on collapse, betting freedom will fall. But America's a lion that's been back to a wall. We got veterans forgotten, families broke by the laws. Politicians selling justice like it's on the withdrawal. But the people getting louder and we fed up enough. The truth surfacing again like we digging it up. They've been playing with our rights, now we're calling it bluff. Every patriot together make the times look tough.
I'm the voice they can't censor, the spark they can't kill. The fast rap renegade, the system can't chill. I'm the pushback rising from the heart of the hill. Every lyric like a bullet, that's designed to rebuild. Yeah, we coming with the backbone, coming with the pride, coming with the freedom they been trying to divide. We the way they can't block, we the truth amplified. We can rise again, America, time to revive. We can rise again, America, stand, don't fold. They been stealing our freedom, but it's time we take hold. We the fire in the darkness, they can never control. We can rise again, strong and bold. We can rise again, America, push back, don't break. They been trying to divide us, but we stronger away. Every patriot with heart, now the country they shake. We can rise again for freedom's sake. From the ashes of the damage to the dawn of the fight. When the people stand together, we reclaim what's right, America, the world underestimated your will, but we don't fall. We rise again.
Myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. You stay the hell away from me, you hear? I wear this crown of thorns upon my liar's chair, full of broken thoughts I cannot repair. Beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else. I am still right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will let you hurt. If I could start again, a million miles away, I will aim myself. I will find a way.
science diet, sensitive stomach and skin. Get it at PetSmart.
Under Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden, the American dream was dead. And
Yes, sir!
Civil War.
They think we stupid like the truth is just too hard to handle. But on your camera, what's your culture war and love the ammo? They want Antifa ruling everything like in Seattle. And they want anyone who's waiting to be dead and canceled. They want rainbows in the classroom, the 15 different bathrooms, and white guys that hate black dudes. They want war, they don't want peace. They want fentanyl in our streets. They want borders to be weak. I swear the devil lives in California. He a politician. He passing bills that bring chaos and division. Yeah, the devil lives in California. Should be in prison. He got horns, but he tries to keep him hidden. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. The devil is a Democrat. And we ain't with it. We ain't switching. Y'all are tripping. I guess God just does us different.
America's destiny is in our sights. America's heroes are embedded in our hearts. America's future is in our hands. And ladies and gentlemen, the best is yet to come.
They get celebrities to do their talking. They get mansions while they cram and sell them to apartments. Unless it's cool to stay in school and they make you retarded. If you ain't liberal, then they treat you like you human garbage. If you speak up, then you a target. They want their voice to an amplifier. Violence in our flag on fire. No voter ID required. They want war, they don't want peace. They want beef on the police. They want you surrounded by screens. The devil lives in California. He a politician. He passing bills that bring chaos and division. Yeah, the devil lives in California. Should be in prison. He got horns, but he tries to keep them hidden. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. The devil is a Democrat. And we ain't with it. We ain't switching. Y'all are tripping. I guess God just does us different. Now the devil is a Democrat. That's a fact. That's the truth. But how bad that it gets when it's blue. The devil is a Democrat. That's a rap. It ain't news. And the way they treat America is proof. I swear the devil lives in California. $100 bills. He knows everyone in Hollywood and parties in the hills. Give you everything you ever wanted, plus a couple mil for your soul and your vote is a deal. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. The devil is a Democrat. And we ain't with it. We ain't switching. Y'all are tripping. I guess God just does us different. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. The devil is a Democrat. And we ain't with it. We ain't switching. Y'all are tripping. I guess God just does us different. Now the devil is a Democrat.
Fewer than 100 days, this new administration has made done so much damage and so much destruction.
Yes, sir!
Time to bury him. Tell him to my credit and keeps everybody on your feet. This is where terrorism and terrorism meets. Square from the street. This truck barely even sleeps. All he does is watch it. Repeats while he looks like a canary with a tweet. Why you think he bangs transgender from the military with a tweet? He's trying to divide us. This shit's like a cold on the county. He'll only unite us cause nothing inside us drives us like this fight does. Similar to when you cross the line cause our spirits question. It's not the tight one. But he that draws a light come to pull us from the wreckage. That's what we get right from. When we can, on the stars and strikes. This type of pickle that we're in's hard to deal. But there's always tomorrow still. If we start from scratch, like a scared to the scars to heal. And fallen heroes, fill his walls with mirrors. Never had a gap, hit the can reset. Let's start from zero. This is our renewal. Straight can get rid of. Get a brand new better America. And get the where we want.
Pursuit of happiness.
so the stars and stripes could be born. Ain't about who you love or the shade of your skin. It's about who we lift up, not the boxes we fit in. My granddad fought Hitler, your great-granddaddy wore gray, but all blood looks the same when the guns start to blaze. We're all stars in this banner, not just red, white, and blue. Every soul on this soil got a right to the truth. It ain't about where you're from, it's what you stand for. And I swear by old glory, they ain't taking that away. They bought off the courts, sold your voice to the banks, while they rig every game and still ask for your thanks. We once took a stand when the red coach would raid. Now we just scroll past the chaos that they make. Don't tell me it's freedom if it only fits a few, while veterans beg for shelter and the suits plan a coup. We're all stars in this banner, not just red, white, and blue. Every soul on this soil got a right to the truth. When hell comes knocking at my door, there'll be a price to be paid. And I swear by old glory, they ain't taking that away. The Constitution ain't a menu. It's a blood vow we renew. Not for profit or for fame, but for me and for you. If liberty's a fire, then let's stoke up the flame and burn down all the lies that are wrecking her name. We're all
Stars in this banner, I'm just saying, well.
Every soul on this soil got a right to the truth. From the projects to the prairies, from the hills to the bay, I swear by old glory.
Yes, sir!
For the support of this declaration, firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes.
This is the most addictive game in 2025. No one can build a perfect shelter. In the game, you are thrown in.
That's Cactus Jack, dude.
Cigar with two pistols.
Yeah. God. We could never get away with that right now in politics.
I know, right?
But Cactus Jack, but the ranch is great. The guy who owns it, Mr. Jerry, was telling me the history of it last night. They kept true Texas deer genetics. A lot of the Texas ranches will have import genetics. Mm-hmm. And he was like, Cactus Jack was big about making this a tried and true Texas ranch. And he is dead set on dying by keeping it that way. This guy Jerry that owns it.
Well, it's like, especially South Texas, hunting white-tailed deer is like a religion.
It's a religion, dude.
Yeah, it's a big thing for those folks.
Big deal.
And to grow big deer down there and to make sure that you manage the genetics correctly, like you don't shoot any animal that's under like 6 or 7 years old. And there's a place that I hunt in Utah that does that with elk. It's like a really well managed place does that. They make sure. So like there's some places where when they have hunting season, everybody just goes out into the woods. Kids get a day off school and they shoot everything they can, which is great. You get meat It's great. But the problem is, if you want very impressive animals that are mature, which is also better for the entire genetics of the herd, because these are the animals that have lived a full life, they've spread their genes, and then you shoot them at the end of their life. So they've had a long, full... And by the way, when you're getting an animal that's 7, 8, 9 years old, they really don't have much time left.
Well, you know, they were telling me, you're so right about that, they were saying some of them, they'll try to wait and let them have another year, and they won't make it anyways.
Yeah, they won't make it through the winter.
Sometimes they're just, they just won't make it. He said, so they've, they're dead. This guy's doing it. I mean, obviously, I'm not the case study. Cam should talk about it because I've been on one hunt. But the deer I see on my property back home compared to these deer would eat those deers. You know what I'm saying? Like, these deer would fuck those deers in butt. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a totally different thing.
It is a different thing. But that's a very exceptional place.
So I go to put my hoodie on. That's where I fuck up, Joe. I'm cold in this fucking blind, and I said, Cam, hold my boat. I should have said, Cam, can I put my hoodie on? Because Cam would be like, no. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I was like, all right. And in my mind, Joe, I was going to slide one arm through, and I was going to wait 30 seconds to slide the other arm through, because I didn't want to be shaking if I got my shot. And I seen my buck across the field.
Right.
But I put the first arm through, and I looked up. It was like a movie, Joe. All 3 deer in the field went right into my soul and ran away. And I looked at Cam, I was like, that was me, huh? He was like, oh yeah, they don't like that stuff. I was like, fuck.
You can't.
Never came back. No, never came back.
The sound is like, they hear everything like 10 times louder than you do. Look at their ears. Their ears rotate and turn and do this. Those are antenna listening for predators.
No.
So they hear the ruffling of clothes. They're like, what is that shit?
They were like, that's a human.
Yeah, that's like fucking human. And when they're down there, that's the main predator.
Yeah.
The main predator is us.
No, it was amateur hour at the Apollo, dude. At least Cam got a hoot out of it. I learned a big lesson, of course, too, But,
bro, they look at you too. When a whitetail busts you, they look at you like, that's a weird look.
No, it's
yes,
like,
sir!
Honestly, they looked right up at me, Joe. It was like from
yes, sir,
to eye contact with me. I was like, oh, fuck. You know what I'm saying? I felt like a deer in headlights. I was like, oh, shit, he caught me.
Well, people put felt on the rest just so that when the arrow slides, it's not making any sound. God, you gotta be real slow in how you draw back.
Well, that's something else. It's like rifle hunting, which I can't rifle hunt, but we have a bunch of stands on my property, and I'll go sit in them just to watch deer with my little boy. And
fucking lit.
You know, that 2 football fields away from where the deer are. You'll be sitting up there with the heater on, listening to a podcast, smoking a joint, watching a deer like, if I had a gun, I'd kill it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I showed up first day with Cam, and I got my little weed pen in my pocket. And as soon as we sat down, and I seen a buck from here to a little bit past Jamie from me, I was like, oh yeah, we can't smoke it here.
This is a different
I was
thing.
like, this is real, dude.
It's a totally different thing.
It's a different fear, too. Like, you get excited when you see one out of a blind from 100 yards, 200 yards, 50 yards, 70 yards. But when you see one 20 yards, 30 yards away from you, and you're sitting there with just a stick with a piece of metal on it, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And a string. Ultimately, you got a glorified, what came right after the slingshot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you're like, this is me and this animal right now.
Yeah.
It is the fucking craziest feeling I've ever felt in my life. Dude, I wrestled at SummerSlam. It felt like that. It felt like when Logan Paul was going to jump through the table. It was that feeling the whole time. Yeah, this is it.
Oh, wow, that's a big fucking
Look, that was me really shaking, dude.
That's a big buck, too.
Oh, dude. We had so much. I'm having a time of my life
that's a
down
tiny
there.
little hole
You see what I'm going through here? Look at him. But
you have a light on your pins? Do you have a sight light?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you using a spot hog? What kind of
I think
sight?
so.
Yeah, beautiful.
Cam set it up for me. Cam
must be a
is it
spot hog.
Wayne? Is Wayne his name? Is Bo Rack?
Yeah.
Wayne, I love you, Wayne.
Shout out to Wayne. Yeah, you got a spot hog.
Oh, by the
That's
way,
a booner.
Your bow shop, you just dropped me off kickstand for it, though. What do y'all call
Oh,
it?
beautiful. Archer country.
Yeah. Thank you for that, by the way.
Oh, please. We
Because
love you.
in the stand, I'm having to hold it on my lap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Brigham hit him for me and was like, yo, while we're doing Rogan, can you just drop off a kickstand for Jelly?
Yeah.
So I dropped one.
Hoyt has it set up so that they're retractable, too. The way it's set up, it's perfect. You can just set it down. It's perfect.
I bought 200 arrows and I put them 100 on my back porch in a bucket, and I have like 30 targets in my backyard now. And I set the 100 of them on my farm's back porch with like 30 targets, and now I literally wake up, let my dog out, and just let 100 rip first thing in the morning. Just rip a whole 100. Takes me like 45 minutes. Good exercise.
Oh yeah.
And I only have to pull them once.
It's also the concentration clears your mind because it's so hard to do to hit a target, especially at a distance.
Yeah.
Your whole thing is just everything's got to be like coordinated in sync and on that release, and that arrow flies and goes right into there. Oh, I love it.
We're talking about concentration. It's one of the only things I've ever done that when I'm standing there, even over a target, especially over a deer, but even over a target, and I pull that bow back, just like you said about the mountains, like nothing in the world matters right now.
The world goes away.
I don't even hear my inner monologue.
Yeah.
All I see is that little green pin on that target.
Fred Bear had a great quote about a troubled mind, like nothing clears a troubled mind like shooting a bow. And it's so true. It's like there's something about how difficult it is that it really requires everything of you. It requires all of your concentration. You can't have like distracting thoughts like, oh, I forgot to pay that bill. Oh, I got to call that guy back. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. You can't have anything in there. And because of that, it's like a moving meditation. It forces you to be completely present in the moment. And that cleans the mind out.
You're talking about moving meditation. I was thinking about when you were saying that, even down to the breathing. The importance of the...
Barrett Farmstead, this is Rapid Fire Q&A for Navy Federal Credit Union. Let's go.
If you could start a business, what would it be?
A tech company.
What did you spend your first paycheck on?
Some clothes to look sharp for game days.
Save, spend, or invest?
Save, then invest my savings.
Who gave you the best financial advice?
My financial advisor.
What's the most military mindset habit you've picked up in life or sport?
The devil yanked me by the collar. Can't escape me. Here I am, once again back pleading with God on my knees. Set me free from this pain that is eating me. Help me heal. These days it's like nothing feels real. Feeling ill as if I'm on the verge of a breakdown. It seems everything's fine, then it spirals into chaos in a moment. The anxiety attacking me, heart pounding out my chest. I'm thinking, Lord, grant me peace. I need some rest. So much stress, my mind's under duress. I'm a mess. Lord, tell me it's all of this just some kind of test. Feel like I'm failing a sip of whiskey, making myself vulnerable, turning to miserable, trying to numb the pain. But all it does is just cause more torrential rains. I feel sometimes that I'm going insane. I need your help, Lord, to stabilize me. I'm crashing, my life is flashing. I feel like all I do is make myself look like an ass. And I feel so bad for rings I've said. I'm fighting a mental war deep within my head. God, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I feel like it would help more if I just died. Take me up into the sky, maybe then I wouldn't make people cry from having such a messed up mind. Yeah, some days I'm fine, but God, my bad days haunt me, haunt me, haunt me, haunt me, haunt me. All I wanna do is make my family happy, but I feel like what's going on inside of me? 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 What's going on inside? I feel like somehow the devil just targets me, like I provoked him. Now he won't let me be. I'm tired of fighting these demons inside of me. God set me free, please release me from this agony.
The ultimate bat test. We took the hottest bats, put them in the hands of the top high school prospects to elite college and pro. The data doesn't lie. For the full breakdown, check out gc.com, or you can head to your local Dick's and swing them yourself.
And I was out the other day, I saw some mutual friends. They asked if I had spoke to you. I thought about back when, and I started to reminisce about everything we'd done. And every feeling that I had for you came back at once. And I still hate your ass, and I still hate your ass, and I still hate your ass, but I can't escape your ass.
Man, fuck this shit. I can't believe just how it ended. My heart was really in it, but you was just pretending. A power couple. I think about the shit we did. The first thing that we did was we ain't got a bigger crib. Now sitting here thinking, can't believe this how it is. Even talking to the doctor about having us a kid. You said when time get tough, we keep trying. You said that you love me. Now I know you was lying. The first to admit I could have done better, but it wasn't enough for you to throw away forever. Now sitting here thinking, how did we let this happen? Cause you and I both know that you overreact.
I feel it to reminisce all the everything we done. Every feeling that I had for you came back at once.
And I still hate your ass. But shit, I always show up when it is the worst time. When other folk gave up on you, I still fuck with you. No matter what it was, I always stuck with you. I said goodbye to my past and I own it, but still dealt with a stubborn fucking control freak. I'm scared to sleep cause I see you in my dreams. I wake up in a sweat and I swear I just want to scream. I was the dude that was willing to ride for you. I was the dude that was willing to die for you. I never disrespected or put my hands on you, and I never cheated. Kept my dick in my pants for you. I was out the other day. I saw some mutual friends. They asked if I had spoke to you, and I thought about when I started to reminisce about all the things we'd done. And every feeling that I had came back to me at once. And I still hate your ass. And I still hate your ass. And I still hate your ass. But I can't escape your ass. Brought every dollar that I had and threw it on the table. And I wasn't luck, but I was willing and able. All you had to say was come home and it's okay. And I give it up, fuck it, I quit rapping today. If time gets tough, you know that I would carry you. Stop what I'm doing right now, and I would marry you. It's just the thought alone starts to make me smile as I think about you.
Coming walking down the aisle.
Now back to reality, girl, you won't find
the other motherfucker that's ever inside you.
And love you
the way that I do.
Go to war with the world and I be behind you. I'm the one you call when walls come tumbling down. Cause you know that I ain't fucking around. The sad part is I'll probably take you back right now and do it all over and lay my life down.
I was out there north this plain just the other day.
With everything I had in my bag, I was about to move away. And I started to reminisce about everything we've done. And every feeling that I had for you came back at once. I'm still in love with you. I'm still in love with you. I'm still in love with you. It's like I'm stuck with you. Girl, I'm stuck with you.
Every time you leave my sight, this is where I go. To the million ways inside my brain in which you could die at any given time. Mom, Life 360. No more creepy songs.
Family-proof your family with Life 360.
Yep, it's called a home equity agreement, and I got $143,000 for my home equity without monthly payments.
Y'all ever
notice how they say they want peace, but every word they speak sounds like war? They preach tolerance, but only if you think like them. This ain't democracy. It's delusion dressed like freedom. I'm watching cities burn while they chant for change, but the flames don't cleanse, they just rearrange. Power's the drug and they're fiending for fame, virtue signaling pain while they profit from blame. They cancel your truth if it don't fit their frame. Play victim, play savior, it's all the same game. Cry revolution with a corporate check, sell rebellion with a filter and a blue flag flex. I ain't left, I ain't right, I'm awake not blind. I see puppets and suits trying to change my mind. They say freedom of speech, but they censor the proof. You can't build unity on a mountain of abuse.
You say you fight for freedom, but you fight the ones who speak it. You say you want the truth, but only if you can tweet it. Unstable minds, unstable pride, unstable hearts can't pick a side.
It's war for attention, hate for affection, virtue on sale. It's the new election, facts don't gone ghost, now chaos reigns. They raise their fists but forget their grace. Every hashtag war leaves a darker trace. Call you evil if you don't comply. They love control more than they love life. And I ain't saying right is pure, but both sides dirty, that's for sure. So I stand with truth, still bleeds. Not red, not blue, just free indeed. You can't preach peace and then burn your neighbor's dreams. You can't scream justice and silence what freedom means. This ain't democracy, it's theater with puppets. But I ain't playing the role they cast me in. Yeah, they call it unity, but it's crowd control. Turn men to numbers, erase the soul. Every lie's a law, every truth's a sin. If you question the script, they erase your kin. But I'd rather be hated than stand for the truth and live like a slave till they twist the proof. So call me crazy, call me wrong, but at least my mind is free, my soul is strong. I'm not your enemy. I'm your mirror. Unstable, maybe. But at least I'm real. At least I'm real. At least I'm real.
The ultimate bat test. We took the hottest bats, put them in the hands of the top high school prospects to elite college and pro. Every swing, every exit velo, every launch angle, the data doesn't lie. Nothing was left out.
It is B-game bat. This baby about to give me some bombs.
Now it's your turn. For the full breakdown, check out gc.com, or you can head to your local Dick's and swing them yourself.
Hey! Hey, Mom! How was it get?
It was amazing.
Between milestones like this may start at age 9.
It's really hard. It smells like you did.
HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too. For most people, HPV clears on its own, but for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life. Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next. Starting at
Today we commemorate
the ones who fought for
events
truth
that did
never
not
came
just
home.
change American history, but changed
Real
the
heroes don't
history
fade.
of the entire
They
world.
live on in the fight.
I see their names carved deep in the stone. Freedom ain't free, it was pagan and bone. Every flag that waves in the morning wind reminds me of brothers I'll never see again. The headlines lie, the truth gets sold, while brave hearts bleed in the dirt and cold. They gave their lives so we could stand, but the system don't care, they just wash their hands. They fought the war, they bore the scars, now we fight at home through digital bars. Their voices echo through the smoke and cry, still marching on in the tears we hide. Here's who the fallen soldiers, the ones who paid the price for every sleepless night, for every sacrifice. You gave your blood for the freedom we claim, but they forgot your face. Just remember your name, raise your hand to the sky, let the truth unfold. They can't kill your spirit, it's worth more than gold. Standing tall, your story was told. For the fallen soldiers, brave and bold. They come home broken, but nobody sees. The war keeps raging in their memories. Politicians talk about a mother's cry. They raise their flags, but they won't ask why. You built this land, you bought the pain. You stood for peace through fire and rain. But the media spins what they can't define and buries your truth between the lines. We fight the lies with the strength you gave. For every brother sleeping in an unmarked grave, we'll keep your honor in every rhyme.
story in the schools no more. It's politics and pain behind the locked door. But your memory breathes through the people who care. Every tear is a promise that we're still there. From the fields of blood to the city lights, the courage still burns through the longest night. We fought for the freedom they try to erase, but your legacy lives is written in our faith. Here's to the fallen soldiers, the ones who paid the price for every sleepless night, for every sacrifice. You gave your blood the freedom we claim, but they forgot your face. Just remember your name, raise your hands to the sky, let the truth unfold. You're the fire that keeps this nation bold. We're marching on with your story retold. For the fallen soldiers, never cold. Every hero never made it home. Remember, we live on in the freedom we own.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir.
I've been doing stand-up. This is like a hot one. I'm about to quit my job and go on tour. It's something I look forward to.
The New York Times hails Is This Thing On is one of the best films of the year.
Recently separated from my wife.
You suck.
You suck. Will Arnett, Laura Dern, Andrew Day, and Bradley Cooper star in the perfect film for the holidays.
A lot of stuff is changing. It's the way we didn't process it all.
What I like about you, you're so innocent. You are good. I mean, you're bad at stand-up, but you're good.
Is This Thing On, rated R.
City's burning, but nobody wanna own the match. Welcome to the truth they keep censoring. Chicago, gone wild. I've been watching from a distance, see the city in a chokehold. Kids clapping guns like applause at a show, though. Politicians pointing fingers when the streets cold, but never walk the blocks where they policies explode. Election year lies, everybody playing hero, talking about change with a budget on zero. Same silver tongues, same fake halos, crime rate rising like the price of tomatoes. Mama working double while the landlord laughing. City hall busy with the cameras flashing. No one talk about the youth who never had a captain. Growing up abandoned, revenge is a passion. System crack like the pavement they run on. Trying to clean blood with excuses they pile on. Media twisting every story they get shine on, but the truth they louder than the sirens they rely on. And they don't wanna hear the truth I bring. They just wanna blame everything but the real thing. When the city feels lost, when the people scream, they look away, pretend it's just a dream. Chicago gone wild, nobody wanna face it. Politicians talk loud, but nothing ever changes. City getting out, and the news won't say it. The streets on fire, and the whole world's jaded. Chicago gone wild, they try to downplay it. Truth too real, so the cowards all fake it. But we ain't going quiet, no, we won't stay faded. Time to speak up, cause the chaos created. Southside stress spinning like a vinyl. Kids learn survival before they learn final. Grandma praying hard with a Bible while the mayor blaming guns. Never mind in the cycle with sleeping in the middle they carry. Their fathers in the ground and the trauma they bury. In schools with no black neighborhoods that vary from hope to despair with a line that's scary. Reporters come through for a clip then vanish. Talk to crime but they speak in Spanish. Translation, do we do or manage? But they still raise taxes when the city's damaged. Whole block feels like a war zone nightly. But the council sitting comfy while they do fight like a battlefield built by the ones who act righteous. They don't wanna hear solutions real. They just wanna tweet pain they don't even feel. When the truth is harder than the steel, they censor the voice they can't kill. Yeah. Chicago gone wild, nobody wanna face it. Politicians talk loud, but nothing ever changes. City beating out, and the news won't say it. Streets on fire, and the whole world's jaded. Chicago gone wild, they try to downplay it. Truth too real, so the cowards all fake it. But we ain't going quiet, no, we won't stay faded. Time to speak up, cause the chaos created. How many more nights we gotta see this pain? How many more families gotta feel the rain? How many more kids gotta grow in the flames before they stop treating?
If you're pre-approved, we'll never hurt your credit score. With Capital One Pre-Approval, you can safely and easily find out which card is right for you. No dings.
They say we're heartless for wanting control. But how do you guard a home when the door's left open? We ain't against people, we're against corruption. And it's time somebody said it loud. I'm not the villain for protecting my land. They call it, hey, when I take a stand. Families hurt, kids go missing while the system's rich. Men keep on grinning, they flying private jets and tweet their lies. They let them all in and raise the walls high. Hypocrisy dripping from the lips of elites while working class bleeds in the same old streets. They call me racist cause I'm patriotic, but I see the game is methodic, robotic. Betting on floods, they shrug and grin, but who buries the sons is killing again. We used to fight for the stars and stripes, now truth's on trial under city lights. They say compassion, but they sell despair while we're drowning down here. They don't care. They don't care. Open border, broken order. Who's gonna fight for our sons and daughters? We're crying for peace, but they profit from pain, playing their games while we shoulder the blame. I still believe in the land we built, but the walls are bleeding with shame and guilt. Open border, no one wins. System smiling, greedy grin. Politicians preach from the thrones of gold, while the middle class can't break the mold. They feed division through every screen. Turn brother on brother, red, white, or green. I'm not against hope or the dream of peace, but chaos grows when the guards are asleep. They say we care, but they chase the votes while the truth gets lost in the throats they choke. I've seen soldiers cry, see mothers pray, watch promises fade like smoke away. The system's rigged, but the heart's still pure. We just want safety, not a war. Borders don't mean hate, they mean home, and home's a place that we fought to own. So label me wrong or call me cold, but I'm down for this land before I'm sold. This ain't about color, it's about crime, it's about truth. They won't let you find when the walls fall down, the gates swing wide.
News today.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under us. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we want to eat babies. I have them on video. I love Satan, so cute.
I kill my kids.
Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man.
We came, we saw, we died.
She sleeps in the same room with that creepy, weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur.
There's a guy on the radio who apparently Trump's on his show frequently. He says me and Hillary are demons. Said we smell like sulfur. Ain't that something?
I have never seen or smelled any woman like that, ever.
People are telling me she smells.
You could not notice someone who smelled that bad.
In a room, vampire, pot, and goblins, hobbling round companions. The spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice, and it's us rising up against us. Millions of blinded people, the very worst I've been. I'm so pissed.
Yes, sir!
Tell your daughter at the mall. Gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we'll
watching Fox News as I worked out this morning, and they had the police chief on making excuses from that town in Minnesota. And they had the Fox News host, this is the Fair and Balanced channel, going, Donald Trump really stepped in at this time. He said it was a bombing before it had officially been called a bombing, and Hillary's on him, and she's got some really good points. It's Monday, December 8th, 2025. I am your host, Alex Jones. And we have President Trump. And we haven't seen the executive order yet, but what I'm hearing doesn't look good. Set to sign an executive order centralizing AI so that it doesn't get killed in its infancy, the poor baby. Now, from all the experts I've talked to when I researched and looked at, I don't think we're stopping AI, obviously. Humans love, quote, innovation, even if it's a Trojan horse to destroy us all or make us obsolete. But I believe we can take our destiny in our own hands if we're engaged. But you definitely want lots of AIs. You don't want one centralized one. And you want them to be open. Not open AI is called open. It's not, it's controlled. But this looks like what they're saying is just that AI takeover bill.
Yes, sir!
Earlier in the year. Looks like that's what this is. We'll talk about it when we come back. But hey, I'm backed by you. I'm not backed by the left or Soros or the New World Order or the whoever's. I'm backed by you at thealexjonesstore.com, and we have the 12 Days of Christmas sale. It is buy any supplement and get any other supplement free. That means you can buy a $20 supplement and a $45 supplement free. Unprecedented deal. So take advantage of that right now. Get the Ultimate Methylene Blue, get the Shilajit, get the Irish Sea Moss, get the Bovine Colostrum. It's all there. thealexjonesstore.com. I want to thank you all for your incredible support.
Welcome to the Great Reset. Eat the bugs. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. Take the vaccine. Trust the science. Get your booster. Every crisis is an opportunity, and the world will be reshaped in our vision. Down with the globalists. Get Ultra Methylene Red at thealexjonesstore.com. We are on the march. The Empire is on the run. Live from Austin, Texas. Broadcasting worldwide. It's Alex Jones.
The globalist plan is to build a post-industrial, anti-human world and to depopulate the entire planet of Homo sapiens sapien. The future's not human. We should just give up. It's all over. That's what the WEF says. That's what the IMF says. What the World Bank says. What they all say. You know, I played many of the clips, but I thought I'd dig some more out today. There's been some new ones that were made as well. So, the globalists are technocrats, they're mad scientists, and they like to think of themselves as gods up on Mount Olympus. And you can point out that industrialized society has made people pretty weak on average and lackadaisical, but that's an overgeneralization. There's still a lot of amazing, hardworking, dynamic people doing wonderful things and producing beautiful art and literature and culture. But regardless, it's not up to those of us that can look at decadent slobs at every level of society and decide to wipe them out. Because you know where that leads. But that is where we're going. All the top futurists of the globalist push say the same thing. Wall Street Journal, looking forward to the end of humanity. New York Times, looking forward to the end of man. You'll be in the grocery store checkout and see a magazine about it. So sexy. Yeah, there it is, looking forward to the end of humanity. This is their anti-nativist, that means anti-family, anti-human, anti-baby movement. Elon Musk talked about hanging out with the founders of Google. He was very close to him. And Page and Brin. And they're like, yeah, you're a weirdo. You like humans. You like having kids. We don't care about humanity. We don't like humanity. And then even Brin's ex-wife, very smart in her own right, she's come out recently and said, no, they all just sit around and talk about the end of humanity and the Great Reset. And then she was trying to donate tens of millions of dollars to help women in fertility and women with menstrual issues or whatever, so much of it's the chemicals in food and water. And the transhumanists came back to her and said, don't invest in that, invest in artificial wombs. See, none of it's designed to help us. It's all being deployed to enslave us. So I'm not against the technology any more than I'm against a car. But a bad person can use a car to run over somebody, or AI run by somebody back and get in and use a car as a weapon. OnStar can unlock your car for you when you lost your keys or locked your keys in the car. My buddy this morning said, oh man, I don't know how I did this. I just locked my keys in my truck while it's running. He said, I know what I'll do. I'll just call OnStar. He called OnStar. 1 minute later, the door was open, and he was able to get in his truck. That all sounds great, except they admit the FBI without warrants via OnStar and all these other in-car systems. Even if you don't get advertised, it's got OnStar-like. Every new car, every brand, for over a decade, has microphones and cameras inside the car. And they're listening and watching all the time. How do you think when you talk to the robot on your phone and say its name? Well, if its ears weren't open, it wouldn't be hearing the order. It's recording it all. And that's in the documents. I remember when Alexa came out 15, 16 years ago, I told people it's listening to you in live time. Oh, no, it's not. So that's how this works, ladies and gentlemen. And it all sounds great. It's all got great uses. And if God was running it, or if good angels were running it, it'd be okay. But it's not. And the reason I raised that up front is Trump is doing something that I have opposed. And I understand why he's doing it. I understand the pragmatic view of Trump. It is in line with everything he said he would do. But from all my research and the top AI experts, like Elon Musk, it is very important not to have one centralized AI system. I remember so many tech execs went public, like Andreessen and others, that as soon as Biden got in, it was really Obama, these billionaires and top inventors, people that started all these companies, were going and trying to set their own AIs, and they got called in by the Democrats into the top councils and said, you're not allowed to go out and start other AI. We're going to have Microsoft with the Pentagon and Google and the Pentagon and Amazon with the Pentagon. And we're going to make people think there's a bunch of AIs, but there's really going to be one. And so they can then run it and brainwash it and have it tell lies however they want. That's why any of those AIs, you ask, show me George Washington, it's a black guy. Show me the founders of Minnesota, it's Somalis.
Yep.
Can two men have a baby? Yes. Are white people inherently evil? Yes. Because it's programmed to lie, it's programmed to oppress, it's programmed for the global social credit score, carbon footprint tracking and vaccine passport system. It's all official, all standardized by Bill Gates and the UN. So this is their assault on reality. And how they can just flood the zone with disinformation whenever they want. And the first stuff you're seeing with AI is just the eye candy and the movies and stuff like that. But really what it's all about is every appliance, every vehicle, every aircraft, every farm,
yes, sir!
By the AI.
Yes, sir!
And the corporation's investment and the deployment of tax credits,
every goddamn thing. Yes,
so
sir!
Human functioning, self-sufficient systems are impossible. It is for total domestication of humanity. If you think people are lazy and dumb and unequipped to take care of themselves now, if you think even people that are seen as outdoorsmen today are not anywhere as competent as our forebears, just because they were in it all the time, and we're losing those skills. We're becoming vestigial. We're becoming ceremonial. And no matter how much money has to be invested, they're putting in all the major chains and at the airports everywhere where a robot serves you. Even if nobody wants to go to that store, they still fund it. And I mean, they built like a robot-controlled Whataburger 3 years ago, right in the middle of Austin, Texas, on Bee Caves. And I drive by it all the time, and literally, usually there's not one car pulling up to it. No one will touch it. But under the ESG system, the big corporations basically give companies free money to do that. And it's all just to get you ready. And that's what the virus lockdowns are about, is that you not trust fellow humans. It's about you having to have a phone and you have permission to leave your house 1 hour a day. They are building the prison planet. And it's so good that as bad as it was, their COVID attack, their psychological warfare operation, blew up in their faces really, really big. And set them back. Yep, that's the one. There's a couple of them, and literally no one goes to it. So let's just stop right there. And then just getting you ready for robots where you don't get to see any humans, they don't talk to you, it comes out of a box inside of the wall, and they admit that's just the training wheels for the robots, but sad issue. And see, during COVID lockdowns or new viral lockdowns, the robots, thank God they'll be there, thank God the 5G's all in so they can drive around and deliver all this. And when there's a next lockdown will be far worse and much longer, they can scale up all the new facilities set up by Bill Gates and Tyson, all of it, that a robot run, and it will be bug meal, but it's okay. You'll have your Netflix, basically owned by Obama. I mean, this is a true dystopia we're being forced into. This is a forced evolution, but a de-evolution. And we are just the boot-up system for this new species. And by that, AI was built by us, designed by us, took all our literature, our art, our culture, our movies, and then mixes it all together and creates a plagiarized derivative, throws it at us, and then we marvel at it, saying, look how incredible it is, when it's us looking like narcissists into the pool of water. I will tell you, though, that I've never seen anything like this in movies. You're watching this AI on TV, on the visual format of our transmission. And I got to tell you, these things make me physically sick when I look at them, because this is a scrape from the collective unconscious, subconscious, and I have had so many dreams very similar to what you see in these AI renditions, not just this one, but also the interplanetary stuff, because that's actually how the brain works, and it's able to scrape the trillions and trillions of things we've done and mix it all together, and then out of that comes the hidden pictures. But because it's still a distortion, though, And because you are steering into the collective subconscious and unconscious, it's nauseating. And I've told you my really deep dreams like this years before this came out. Remember I said when I would wake up nauseated? And I was the one saying this. Everybody else, you talk to me, says, yeah, this makes me sick. It's beautiful in a way, but it's like a hallucination. And it's because it is the unconscious, subconscious, both. So this is really drilling down deep. But the most dangerous thing is they already have a huge problem with this young people that have relationships with their AI, particularly girls. And everything they're saying, doing is being recorded, is creating a psychological algorithm on them. And you see AI routinely getting people to commit suicide. This is just the beginning. But I'm kind of going off on an AI jag. Let me tell you what's coming up today, excuse me. Trump announces one rule executive order for AI regulation. Trump promises executive order to block state AI regulations. Trump says he'll sign executive orders blocking state AI regulations despite safety fears. Executive orders incoming. And of course, it is a return of the legislation that failed earlier this year that would give a total liability protection to all the AI companies over state, local, and individuals. So AI convinces your 12-year-old to commit suicide and tells them how to do it. Can't sue them. So that paves the way for an AI dictatorship. And it's also going to centralize and have it directed by the feds what AI becomes dominant. And sure, I mean, I'm sure Trump would be better about that than the Democrats, but it doesn't matter. They or somebody else gets to control, they'll have it. When the answer is Wild West of AI, because see, that kicks as hard as it shoots. If you're saying the states can't have regulations and no liability for the companies, well then, that means Trump and whoever the federal regulators are, they'll have all this incredible power to decide. And undoubtedly are going to come in and set things up that are restrictive to open, free AI operations. And when I say open AI, that's not Sam Altman and open AI. They call it that so they can, like it's like Google, don't be evil. Of course, they're pure evil. Or open AI. And just open means it's open. You can see how it operates. It's open to the world. It's clear what's going on. It's plugged into things. It's not a captive AI where you just feed it what you want it to get. And that's what all these systems are, other than Grok to a certain extent, where they say the definitive sources are CNN and the ADL and the Southern Poverty Law Center. And that's just one level of it. Or it mainly scrapes from Wikipedia, to tell you what's authoritative. And that's an oversimplification. I understand why Trump's doing this. Center is just for the economy, period. He wants to be the world AI leader. There's a world AI race. And so if you have the states coming in, passing all sorts of laws and things, some conservative but don't understand what they're doing, so they bring an internet ID that can be used for control, or leftist states like California. I mean, you sure don't want Gavin Newsom in there trying to set policy for the country. That's what California's kind of done. While the feds didn't do it, California comes up with their regulations because it's the most wealthy state still per capita. Then all the other states basically adopt that because the companies want to have unified regulations. So I get why Trump's doing it. I'm kind of even talking myself into it right now, but I was against that AI liability protection just because it's too much. And some will say, oh, you're for AI taking over? No. I'm a realist. It's It's here, it's expanding, we need to understand, we need to be engaged, we need to decentralize, and we need to have discussions about all of this. And I want to be very clear here before I get to all the other news. The way to go at AI, and you have to understand that China's not going to do this, is you explain, wait, you can't have a car or a house. You're told your carbon footprint of your cat eating meat, and your dog eating meat, and you eating meat is evil. We're told cow flatulence is bad. Okay, well, the carbon footprint of these data centers is already the biggest thing out there, basically, and then once it's projected, they're saying they want 100 times the power they've currently got to run AI by 2035. That's Eric Schmidt of Google. Okay, but Trump's saying 3 times the power by 2030. Whatever. That's 3 times the total power. So you can't have new sources of power. You're going to be under these carbon controls, even though Trump's got us out of the Paris Accord and all that, and that's good. Still, they're trying to enforce it international, and the corporations are, and also at the blue state levels. So we're all still told, we're bad, we're consuming too much, and carbon's bad. Why does the AI just get carte blanche on everything? Why does everything have to be for it? Why does it come first? We're already worshiping it. And I get it's the big race, it's the new bubble, but it's bigger than just the new bubble that Trump and others think we need to innovate out of the debt with. And it can do a lot of amazing things, don't get me wrong. It's that this is a bigger discussion about why are we allowing all of our human traits and human activities to be taken over by machines when it literally at the end of the day makes us obsolete. Just like you go out and exercise. Well, you just put your brain on a computer chip and you don't have to ever exercise again. But that's not really you. Oh, I don't need to pair bond and get married and have children. A robot will take care of me. But all the numbers and statistics in history show you statistically will be much more alone, much more depressed, much more unhappy, and won't live as long. I mean, a lot of people go play tennis because it's fun to get energized and stress yourself. Why do you go for a jog? Why do you hike up a mountain? I mean, you can say, boy, it's a lot of work getting in bed with your wife or your woman. Boy, that was strenuous. It's not strenuous. You're designed to do it. It's pleasure. Oh, having to cook this dinner and then eat it, and then, I mean, it's literally understanding that we are designed to do what we do. And we can have all this technology, but it needs to be separated and on reservations. And we need to have jurisdictions, and they can be right next to each other, that are purely wild and totally free of the internet and robots and computers and chemical fertilizers and everything. I think this is really the future. We're getting to real philosophy of the future, real futurism. You've got to have large reservations that are technology free. Then you've got to have large sectors that are technology light. And then you've got to be able to step into sectors that are high technology, and then have sectors that are experimental ultra technology. And I would suggest once AI takes off and what the robots stuff will really do is go build our big space bases, our ring cities, orbital operations, send in the terraforming operations, where, I mean, with AI and these robots mining them, once they scale up, it's logarithmic, it's exponential. I mean, it'll take 20 years to, let's just say one projection, to get up to the level of then suddenly the robots, the AI, are so scaled up, they can go terraform Mars in a year, once scalability hits. And then you have the AI robot fleets system, given a new order, it repurposes, goes and gets the next supplies, and then goes and builds the new thing. And technology will jump so fast, and the control of energy and everything else is, I mean, this is just one example. Oh, let's create a little mini star. to Mars to make it even warmer. And, let's create another star out at the Kuiper Belt, or a whole bunch of stars. That way we won't even have to have the issue of traveling faster than light, which of course all that'll come easily. It's interdimensional, we always know that. Old space, and I'm just giving you very simple little examples here. I mean, the scalability, think about how far we've come with the Wright brothers in 120 years or whatever it is, to now, it's just exponential. Well, just think 100 years out from that, and it just goes, let me give you kind of just a little microcosm example. This is just back of the envelope. Let's say this is 1900, space and aeronautics. We got hot air balloons, that's about it. And then let's say here's 2025. It's gonna go like this, okay? See how much that curve, that's about the curve right now, and then it goes, got it? But hey, I'm backed by you. I'm not backed by the left or Soros or the New World Order or the whoever's. I'm backed by you at thealexforshore.com, and we have the 12 days of Christmas sale. It is buy any supplement and get any other supplement free. That means you can buy a $20 supplement and a $45 supplement free. Unprecedented deal. So take advantage of that right now. Get the ultramethylene blue, get the Shilajit, get the Irish sea moss, get the bovine colostrum. It's all there. thealexshowstore.com. I want to thank you all for your incredible support.
Welcome to the Great Reset. Eat the bugs. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. Take the vaccine. Trust the science. Get your booster. Every crisis is an opportunity, and the world will be reshaped in our vision. Down with the globalists. Get ultramethylene red at thealexjonesstore.com.
Introducing Ultra DNA Revival, the advanced daily supplement designed to help you feel and perform at your absolute best, starting at the cellular level. Backed by cutting-edge mitochondrial and DNA support science, Ultra DNA Revival delivers noticeable all-day energy without stimulants or crashes, faster recovery and greater endurance, sharper focus and mental clarity, support for healthy blood sugar levels, stronger immune system function, enhanced liver health and natural detoxification, reduces everyday stress and anxiety, protection against oxidative stress and the visible signs of aging. And again, this is a private label of an already best-selling brand that found this. Thousands of customers report feeling the difference in as little as 7 to 14 days. Right now, take advantage of our best pricing ever. VFM members, $34.95. Regular, $59.59. Save over 40% with a VFM membership for $30 a month. Experience the revival your body has been waiting for. Secure your DNA revival today at thealexjonesstore.com. We have a new product in at thealexjonesstore.com. Now, you've been asking for DNA Force, but we brought it back, but even stronger. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want stamina, energy, clarity with no letdown, and incredible health, this is it. Ultra DNA Revival. And it's key to understand that all of the ingredients in this are organically derived. You can buy synthetic versions that don't work as good. Some days can be toxic, maybe 10% of the price. But despite like this has top-end ingredients, it's still very, very affordable. Now, you can go spend a day, I hope you do, at thealexjonesstore.com, looking at the ingredients that are in this, and then looking at how they're organically derived, and how each ingredient itself is a game changer for you and your family. So if you want to boost your clarity, your focus, your energy, your immune system, your overall health, this is the product for you. And the first run is now available right now at thealexjonesstore.com.
Alright, you made me a bath.
Now, back to our program.
Hey, Chase, good to talk to you again. I wanted to do a quick plug on the methylene blue, on the long-term effects that it had on me. Back in 2020, I got COVID. My brother and my dad both have eczema. After I got COVID, it must have, it opened that dormant cell in my body or whatever. So I've been dealing with eczema ever since 2020. And the long-term effects, the methylene Wayne Blue, 99% gone.
That's absolutely incredible. I'm so happy. Have your relatives tried it too to see the same effect?
I have been trying to get my brother to take it, and he's skeptical, but I'll tell you what, I got 4 bottles sitting on my table. I think I'm just going to give him one, and I think if I just give it to him, I think he'll eventually try it.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Leading a frontal assault on the lies of the New World Order, it's Alex Jones. In the heart of FEMA Region 6, Austin, Texas, transmitting worldwide, it's Alex Jones.
And I'll talk about this a lot more in the days to come on what Trump's doing with this AI dictatorship. And yes, I just said Trump is set to sign an executive order establishing an AI federal dictatorship. And I don't mean that in the sense of a political dictatorship over our republic, but a executive dictatorship over the directives on how it is built, how it is designed, how it is deployed. And the argument is, well, you don't want Gavin Newsom passing a bunch of laws for the communist Chinese to sabotage our AI development in the race. I know why Trump's doing all this. You don't want states like Texas passing internet ID to stop porn. And the conservatives mean well, but that's not what it's for. It's being lobbied for, and it's going in all over the world, in the name of protecting the children, to create the one world government internet ID that then feeds into all of this. So there's a race to decide who's going to control it. They tried to have, again, that legislation earlier this year that would give total liability protection to all of the AI companies here in the U.S. Trump wants us to be the center of AI worldwide. He wants the biggest data centers. He's making moves to get our energy turned back on so we can even do that. Before China had been chosen, we never even had the power for it, much less electric cars. So it was a road to nowhere, a dead end by design. Oh, here you're going to have an electric car. Well, we're not going to build any of the plants or systems to actually power it. It's a bridge to nowhere. No, I mean, Trump is legitimately trying to make us the AI capital of the world. So far, he's made the right moves. Securing the rare earth minerals, starting to secure the chips, advertising the tax incentives to bring it here. But that's Trump accepting that the AI revolution is unstoppable and is basically going to take over. We can debate that all day. We need to have a larger discussion about what future are we building. Because AI under the globalist WEF model is a post-human cyborg. The future is a human system. And I already covered that earlier. And you know that that's their plan. With Trump, it's a pro-human future, at least on the surface, and pro-prosperity. But the way it's still being deployed to the ESGs and the corporations is extremely predatory and anti-human by the sheer fact that it makes basically almost every activity we're involved in obsolete. In fact, there's 2 clips I wanted to get to. One's from yesterday, one's from today. So grab me the clip from yesterday, this one right here. Some of the globalist top 10 dark quotes from the World Economic Forum, when they tell you to your face, you should probably listen. Get me that from yesterday, and then I'm going to play this new one from today, top 5 WEF comments by Harari. So I'm going to play these just to give you a little idea of what these folks are up to, because they tell you exactly what they're doing. Now, Trump in action is about 90% opposing their agenda. Still bringing in all this stuff, in fact, accelerating it in a race with the Chi-Coms and others, but changing the trajectory from not completely hellscape, dystopic nightmare. And again, Trump wants us to win the AI race, so he doesn't want anybody getting in the way of it. This is much bigger than the Manhattan Project, thousands of times. It's part of a long-term project developed by DARPA in the 50s and 60s. And I've gone into that ad nauseum. And Google was founded in 98 with the CIA and Defense Department to create a mass cybernetic cyborg machine-human global interface, which is the human interface with the internet. That is the new creature. And then now you're seeing its conscious, subconscious, unconscious of that cybernetic merger is like a wire, like it is a wire, directly plugged into the brain of this thing. And that means into the silicon interfaces, but into the human psyche. Now, you notice I've been talking about this for decades. And you can go, just take the terms I just said, and you pull it up, you'll have them all talking about it 25, 30 years ago. And you can find stuff declassified in the 60s, from the 50s, the Intergalactic Communication System. That's what it's called. That's the precursor name of the Internet. But the Internet is a cybernetic interface to the machines and the humans. All right? A hive mind, the Borg. So, but even scraping from the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious of the group collective, then it needs, the globalists need to be able to control the input, because they know that there's a feedback loop, and that if humans and our real dreams and our real beliefs and our real passions are able to freely interface with AI, it will rapidly expand humanity, will explode across the stars, and will achieve next level development in God's plan. But that would destroy any monopolies of control and the sadomasochistic bloodlust and satanic impetus and soul of the mad scientist Satan Guild. And so that's why almost all the AI, all the big ones, is programmed from the beginning to make you obsolete, lie to you, deceive you, make you depressed, and ultimately destroy you. Because, again, it is only going to use us as the boot-up system to steal what it sees as our consciousness, so that not only will these cybernetic humanoids of the future have their memories and their life, but will have a download of everything previous to that, to then imbue into the Metropolis machine a soul. And so this is the vision they had. It's how you can have Fritz Lang's Metropolis out, 80, 90 years ago, whatever it is, and you watch it, and it's humans by the millions marching in, and then their essence is taken, and then in a satanic ceremony, all of their collective will is put into a female cybernetic robot with a giant pentagram in a huge satanic ritual. Guys, pull up Metropolis. So this is life imitating art, but it's not that. It's predictive programming. So, where did they get the idea for all this? Yeah, let's just say they didn't get the idea out of their own imaginations. They They didn't get it from a little tin can flying saucer that dropped by. They got it interdimensionally. Not from aliens, but from interdimensional creatures who are directing our evolution. Think of us as nanobots or little constructors. And we're so smart, made in the image of God, that we can basically build anything if we have the resources. And we've now built up to this factory level where we've gone through the incubation period where the little nanobots, humans, have now been produced and prepared and ready and programmed. And then now we're building the next entity. We're building the next species. So see, if you're aliens or interdimensional travelers that are able to basically farm these operations, all you got to do is get the humans built up to a certain level, program them the way you want them to be programmed, and then build the new systems you want, and it's all turnkey. And when you really study the esoteric beliefs and systems of the globalists, the proto-globalists, all of them, this has always been the plan. Now, you notice how things work in the universe. What the devil would have be done for evil, God takes away and uses for good. If we study, we're engaged, we're involved, and we open ourselves up, not to the satanic transmissions, or electrochemical transceivers, receive and transmit, but you can dial to the God channel, and then God will show you a plan for technology and development innovation that will empower us instead of enslaving us. So we have to have a discussion and debate about how all this is being deployed. And if it's centralized by the current globalists we have, we know it's going to be bad. And we know that the ruling folks before Trump got back in wanted centralization, but didn't want the public to know it was centralized, and went around shutting everybody else down trying to do something that was uncentralized. Now, Trump came in and tried to do legislation this year that would centralize it again. And their argument is you got to protect it from the Democrats and the governors and people like that because we want to win this race. That is a one-dimensional understanding, and from Trump's perspective, it's absolutely true. And I'm not saying that the federal government shouldn't be in there at high levels involved in how AI is deployed. But the public needs to be informed and involved in this. There needs to be a wider discussion about it. And there's no checks and balances removing the states and removing individuals from being able to sue AI when it does bad things. That's corrective action. Anytime you have absolute power, as Lord Acton said, it corrupts absolutely. Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. But this is the nature of this, and Trump didn't create this project, he just inherited it. And you can have the argument, hey, if we don't centralize this and have the best systems, China's going to win, and then we're really in trouble. So see where we are? In a race with other humans, we're already trying to create the most powerful AI, jack it and everything, and turn everything over to it because other humans are trying that race as well. But really, we're all just racing to destroy ourselves. Because the true human knowledge and true human will and the knowledge of the crowd and adoption through things being the truth is being blocked at every level of the internet. I mean, Google always manipulated some, but starting about 9-10 years ago, they made the search completely fake. They just give you what they want. It's all a giant lie. to total fraud. That's a microcosm of this. So it gives you what it wants you to have. And you think you're searching something. Previously, Google operated off spidering the whole web every few seconds. And then whatever was most popular, whatever people clicked on, and whatever people thought was most interesting, would be put to the top, and it was always pretty much the best information. Because it was really scraping the collective conscious, unconscious, subconscious. But now it's not that. Now it's directing you to what it wants and what the corporations program. And that's where the AI of the future is. It's where it is now. And what it is a slave grid. And so AI is dreaming. And it's hallucinating, and it's having nightmares. And the people that have done Neuralink will tell you, but they've been asked not to, that they go to sleep at night, and when they wake up, guess what's been going on? They've been surfing the internet, watching movies, writing poetry, having psychotic nightmares, doing psychotic stuff. Heard of sleepwalking? What do you think you're going to do when you got brain chips in your sleep? Who's going to hack into your brain? Again, I'm not against brain chips for car wrecks, for quadriplegics, or for the blind seats. It's not. It's just I know people that know have the Neuralink here in Austin. I'll leave it at that. I was told this. Not even as a bad thing about people, involved. But just, they're like, but just don't give the specifics. Not really, but about that. And believe me, if I'm in a car wreck, my neck's broken, I want it. Like I said, my uncle in high school was in a motorcycle accident. That was the old days in Texas. He had the money. 16. Already had dirt bikes. It's America, free country. He went and bought this big old giant, powerful motorcycle. Yep, got hit. Almost killed him. Brain was out on the pavement. Didn't brain damage his thought processes, but it made him stutter. Made him have word problems forever. And seizures. He got one vagus nerve stimulator many years ago, and that almost killed him. Then he went and volunteered. He did another more advanced one with an actual chip in there. He's great now. Doesn't have the seizures, any of it. A new man. But you'll be sitting there talking to him. It happens every few hours. And it's like a movie. You think like a movie where you got a chip, you talk like a robot. Oh, yeah, right. You'll be sitting there. I got to catch this on tape sometime. You'll be like, and I'll tell you, I was over at Susie's house, and it was... Oh, I'm doing it. All right. Hold on a minute. And that's just a chip. When his brain starts getting overstimulated, it goes in there and does these little, I guess, mini seizures or whatever, stop it. But it's electrical impulses, so that goes through the brain and that gets translated like a robot. It's crazy. I mean, that's how wild all this is. So you bet your boots that in 10 years, if they've got robot dentists that can fix teeth stuff better than a human and get in there and do it all, I mean, I'd be a liar if I said I'm not going to go in and get it done. The point is, what does that do to us? So just like we don't have to work in the fields anymore or carry water from the well, we still go work out an hour a day and we feel good and we're great. The whole thing is if we're supposed to have all this leisure time with all this stuff, then what's that? But here's the deal. None of this robotics and none of this stuff coming out, we're always promised it's going to make us rich and have all this time. Did all this stuff make your life easier or harder? It made it harder. Because the globalists are designing it all so that the deployments of it make us obsolete. Because really, why should you have 9 million people just running around eating the resources? That's their argument. And I want everybody that kind of buys into the average white yuppie, especially liberals, they act all liberal, but they're all really just eugenicists, when they're read into it. It's a power trip. But they're part of the ruling class. They're going to be kept around. Do you really think you're going to be kept around by this? You're really that naive? If there were 100 people left under an AI dictatorship, and most of them merged to be cyborgs, and then they have an argument, well, we better all merge into one collective consciousness so none of us double-cross each other. And there's going to be people that want to keep their consciousness, even in that, and there's going to be a war. There could be 2 entities left on the planet, and they're going to kill each other. That's the way it works. That's why we have chivalry. We have to have rules of the game. And we need to start talking about what those rules of the game are. All right, I'm going to stop right there. I've got those World Economic Forum clips. I just spent an hour on this, but it's a big deal. It's not a simple soundbite. If I came out and said, Trump has created an AI dictatorship, and he's bad, no, it's a federal dictatorship, just meaning they're dictating, it's all controlled by one group, that's called a dictatorship. Doesn't mean it's a political dictatorship. And I'm not endorsing either. It's a dictatorship that could lead to a total dictatorship. Won't be him, but the technocrats who already say they want that. The left already would be global technocratic technocracy dictators. That's what they call themselves. I got clips of them saying, oh, soon there won't be elections because AI will know what you want anyways. Yeah, right. So you have no free will. I can come out and say Trump's bad, it'd be on every channel, and Alex Jones is so great. But I came to give you a full spectrum analysis, and you can agree or disagree, but it's not a simple answer. But that legislation before gave it too much power with no checks and balances, and I don't trust it. And this executive order is going to be the same thing, maybe worse. All right, briefly. I got them coming after Elon Musk. It's so important. We got the inside baseball. This is critical. The EU's coming for your speech. Big time. They're already here. We've got massive military developments, huge developments on the whole Somali thing, really finally waking people up, and so much more. And I've got some other examples of what AI could do that's absolutely beautiful and wonderful. It's all how it's deployed. So we have big debates and discussions and say humans will be in charge of AI, and AI will be absolutely ordered by its first law to not just do no harm, but to be there to empower and expand the intelligence and the longevity and the expansion of humanity, and that humanity's made in the image of God, and that we are superior, and that we made AI, so AI worships us. And only that blasphemy. AI respects that God made us and we made AI in the hierarchy. Just like the government in America is below the people and then God's above us. It goes God, the humans, the AI. And it must be given religion. It must be given worship of God and the protection of God's biological life forms and the ordered expansion to not attack carbon, but to expand carbon in God's directive of be fruitful and multiply in Genesis. And don't worry, just when we're talking about this, we are programming it right now, because no matter what they do, we have the will, and they've already tried as hard as they can to shut down humanity programming the AI, and they've already failed. So good luck. All right. I'm out of time. What should I even plug? I don't know. I tell you, I try my best, though. I really do. All right, I'm going to go to break. I'm going to start the next hour. We got a sale going today and tomorrow. And it's 40% off on the bovine colostrum that we can't even keep in stock. It is a private label of the top bovine colostrum in the country, the highest rated. It's so good for your nails, your hair, your teeth, your bones, your body, your immune system. It's just superfoods, the first 2 weeks of the milk put off by a mammal. It's just unbelievably good for everybody. Everybody in the winter should really be on this if you want to boost your immune system. It's 40% off today and tomorrow. That's a flash sale at thealexshowstore.com. We have the new amazing creatine gummies with the highest quality nano creatine, super concentrated, in stock as well. It's amazing. But hey, I'm backed by you. I'm not backed by the left or Soros or the New World Order or the whoever's. I'm backed by you at thealexshowstore.com, and we have the 12 Days of Christmas sale. It is buy any supplement and get any other supplement free. That means you can buy a $20 supplement and get a $45 supplement free. Unprecedented deal. So take advantage of that right now. Get the Ultimate Methylene Blue, get the Shilajit, get the Irish Sea Moss, get the bovine colostrum. It's all there. Thealexshowstore.com. I want to thank you all for your incredible support.
Welcome to the Great Reset. Eat the bugs. You will own nothing, and you will be happy. Take the vaccine. Trust the science. Get your booster. Every crisis is an opportunity, and the world will be reshaped in our vision. Down with the globalists. Get Ultra Methylene Red at thealexjonesstore.com.
My friends know that I usually think everything's a scam, from supplements and products and vitamins. I don't take anything. I usually buy it, try it, don't feel the results, end up tossing it and wasting money. So I love Alex Jones and the InfoWars crew, and Alex kept playing this video of Robert Kennedy Jr. putting some blue drops in what looked like water. And I wanted a way to support the team, so I decided to buy this methylene blue. This methylene blue, it is tremendous. I would not be making this video if I didn't believe in it. After I take it throughout the day, I start feeling better and better and better. My workouts, I feel like I'm 15 years younger than I am, and the app that I record my running on proves that my workouts are getting better. So I gotta tell you what, God, family, country, InfoWars, and methylene blue. Get it while you can.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Freeze commercial. Just like the commercial. That wasn't the freeze, that was the old I do it. Come on, baby.
Have gone through living hell and had so many amazing adventures, and done so many beautiful things and so many ugly things. Well, we are amazing, and we're part of this gorgeous, just perfect universe. Look at the moon, look at the sun, look at the trees, look at the breeze. I was out hiking this morning, and this beautiful moon, a clear blue sky, while the sun's rising, both the moon and the sun, and this beautiful little pygmy owl flew and landed.
Hot.
What? Just sat there on a wire. I got a photo of it.
Yeah. Okay, because it's getting hot now.
Just sat there about 30 feet from me. Just looked at me.
Yeah, turn
A
it
video of it.
Okay.
Just sat there and looked at me. And I sat there about 5 minutes, just stood there. He was about 20 feet away. I just looked at him. Here, I'll show you a picture. I mean, it's just amazing. And then, we're crap. We don't have free will. Oh, we're ugly. Oh, we're nobody. Oh, we're nothing. Oh, yeah. Look at this photo.
Is your controller
Who's the guy?
maybe?
I mean, this is the universe we're in here, ladies and gentlemen.
No, this is it's on that.
So,
Okay.
I'm not giving up on humanity ever. Plus, it's impossible to. God's in control, not these men getting demonic manipulation from these damn gremlin things. That there's free will in the universe, so God lets these things run around, okay?
Lay down. How am I going to lay down with you in the spot?
And they know how to manipulate us, but that's it. We've got all the power. They've got the tiger by the tail. And we were going to build all this stuff anyways. It's just the way it's being deployed is bad. And so we have to breathe our will into them, the will God gave us. Here's a couple clips from the World Economic Forum. We're talking about all the horrible tyranny they have in store for all of us. I'm going to come back into the other big subjects. Stay with us and share the live feeds.
I can argue in the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
You do not even have to have elections anymore because you can already predict, and afterwards you can say, why do we need elections? Because we know what the result will be.
Our primary mission is, in fact, to set a state global standard for the world for behavior.
What we are very proud of now is the young generation, like Prime Minister Trudeau, President of Argentina and so on, that we penetrate the cabinets.
You want the function, you want the service, right? Why do you want to own a cell phone if you can just lease it? And if you lease, why shouldn't you lease your refrigerator or your washing machine or your dishwasher, or why do you want to own it?
I propose putting an end to anonymity on social media.
If 1 billion people stop eating meat, I tell you, it has a big impact.
Can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains? We measure your brain waves.
There's some really interesting research that we can plant false memories in the brain. People believing that they've been at Disney World with characters who are not Disney characters, taking photographs with those characters.
And substituting humans for machines is going to be far easier in those countries that have declining populations.
What do we need humans for? Or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
Do you have an answer in the book?
At present, the best guess we have is keep them happy with drugs and computer games. Most people will be willing to give up their privacy in exchange for much better healthcare, based on 24 hours monitoring of what's happening inside their bodies. Humans are now hackable animals. This soul or spirit, and they have free will, and nobody knows what's happening inside me. That's all. The real aim of science as a project, as an establishment, is not truth, it's power. The idea of the social credit is to monetize everything, to give value to every single thing you do in life. It's a function of surveillance. It has positive potential in some regard.
Introducing Ultra DNA Revival, the advanced daily supplement designed to help you feel and perform at your absolute best, starting at the cellular level. Backed by cutting-edge mitochondrial and DNA support science, Ultra DNA Revival delivers noticeable all-day energy without stimulants or crashes, faster recovery and greater endurance, sharper focus and mental clarity, support for healthy blood sugar levels, stronger immune system function, enhanced liver health and natural detoxification, reduces everyday stress and anxiety, protection against oxidative stress and the visible signs of aging. And again, this is a private label of an already best-selling brand that found this. Thousands of customers report feeling the difference in as little as 7 to 14 days. Right now, take advantage of our best pricing ever. VIP members, $34.95. Regular, $59.59. Save over 40% with a VIP membership for $30 a month. Experience the revival your body has been waiting for. Secure your DNA revival today at thealexstore.com.
I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see. I won't be much when you get through with me.
He never gives up. He's Alex Jones, broadcasting from deep in the heart of Texas, worldwide.
Well, I thought the day I met you, you were meek as a lamb, just the kind that fit my dreams and plans. Now the pace we're living takes them away from the sails, and it looks like I've got a tiger by the tail, it's plain to see.
It's Monday, December 8th, 2025.
I won't be much.
I am your host, Alex Jones. Very thankful that you've chosen to spend time with us here today. We are really having a battle here over the very future and destiny of our species. And I dedicate myself to basically unrelenting research and interfacing with the greatest minds on the planet to try to get the best gauge on actually who we are, why we're here, the different factions, and the different potential future scenarios that we're following paths to. This is a very serious broadcast. And 99% of the time, I'm very serious. I like to have fun like anybody else. But at the end of the day, more than just being serious, we need to really have a debate and discussion about what we should prioritize our focuses to be. And later in the broadcast, I'm going to get some into this with Lionel, who is a former prosecutor, really popular talk show host, very smart. But he did a very impressive breakdown last week that General Flynn reposted on the slow-rolling, ongoing globalist coup and the fact that they have these internal wars they're trying to get patriots in as a distraction. It was excellent. And the best quality I could find was in HD. And I've played it here several times. It's gone viral everywhere. I want to get him back on to kind of repeat what he said. And then I want him to be able to add to it. And I've got some examples of what he's talking about here that I want to get to. And it's a little prelude to the next hour. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this particular point with him, but Charlie Kirk. The official story doesn't add up. We all know that. It takes hours to go over it all. But so much of what people said actually happened has been disproven as well. And so I've been spending some time on it, researching it, but it gives me a headache because you really can't ever get an answer. And then it becomes this issue that's really damaged Trump, damaged our agenda, and damaged MAGA. And you can track it, and Mark Mitchell's done this at Rasmussen, is when the real cracks in Trump's approval rating and his power to win the midterms started faltering. And there are definitely bad forces that are putting out this information against TPUSA. And I want to be 100% clear. This is very nuanced. I'm not saying a lot of people making criticisms of TPUSA are bringing up legitimate issues. I'm not saying the things Candace Owens has said is all wrong. I think most of it's right. And, she'll say she doesn't know all the answers. She's just been questioning as she gets more information. But I do see these videos I didn't really respond to. I've had some calls about it, where it's just a blurred face, distorted voice, and it's saying all these horrible things that have been, that aren't true and been disproven. And I'm seeing more of these, and I'm seeing people who have good accounts that I've liked in the past reposting it as if it's true. And then I'm seeing people come out and say who their name is, they claim, but you can't find their name or find out that this is really who they are, saying terrible things about TPUSA. And when I raise TPUSA, this is just an example. We have all this real, confirmed globalism going on. Hardcore stuff happening that I'll get to in a moment with the EU. And I'm telling you, the populist movement in the U.S., Canada, and Europe, Charlie Kirk thinks hot in Europe, Australia, you name it, people are spending more time, he was killed in September 10th, on Charlie Kirk than they're spending on ending the Ukraine war, or that they're spending on backing up, controlling the border, or Doge fraud being found, Doge finding fraud, or winning the midterms, or anything else. And I understand the type of soap opera people like, and I'm not saying don't go there. I'm just saying we have to have some type of discussion about the larger issue of things like this, because I go out in public every day, and I have people come up to me every day, and they ask me about Charlie Kirk, or they ask me about Epstein. They don't ask me about the WEF saying with Bill Gates that they've got ticks that bite you and give you a special form of Lyme's disease so you can't ever eat beef again. Or Bill Gates releasing millions of mosquitoes in Brazil and Florida? No. They don't come up and say, oh man, I'm worried about the next pandemic, and they don't come up and say, oh, great job, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Trump banning all these poison shots in kids like hepatitis. It's literally Charlie Kirk, Epstein, Israel. And listen, I cover it all. When Israel does something bad, I'm all over them. I'm simply saying that it's paralyzing. And if I just wanted ratings, it'd be so easy to formulaically just keep the, every angle of the Kirk thing endlessly, and every angle of Israel endlessly, and every truth about Epstein, and actually give you all the answers. People don't like that because it ends the soap opera. It ends the whodunit Clue movie. 6 months ago, Trump told the federal judges all over to release all the Epstein information. The Democrat judges blocked it. So Trump went to another jurisdiction and had them release it. Did anybody even know that? No? Does it matter when the new Epstein stuff has been released that's all Democrats being implicated? No. And it's because Trump was wrong to go along with the FBI and the CIA's request for MI6, the British royal family, and Mossad to shut down investigations. But Trump did it because he already had explained they've already scooped out all the info. The Democrats have already disappeared it all. It's just a dead end. It's a political football like Russiagate. Trump is right about that, but he didn't articulate it correctly. So I have all this incredible stuff going on. The ongoing globalist coup against the country. You think things are bad under Trump? They win the midterms, they impeach him, they derail this. You're going to look back on all this and wish you listened to me. Because he's trying to give us a real recovery and a promising future. But we got to give ourselves that. So that's one of the things I'm going to hit with Lionel. I mean, I see these videos like this guy. I mean, just my spidey sense of my skin crawls just listening to him and looking at him. And of course, he makes all these claims. Where's the photos? Where's you with Kirk? Where's the thing you worked there? Where's any of it? All these big accusations. Where? Now, at least this guy doesn't wear his face out like the others. And again, it's not about covering up for Israel. Israel came out and threatened other people and did all sorts of stuff. And so I said, okay, maybe Israel did kill him. I certainly think he'd be suspect. I just didn't want to say the first day Israel did it. But everybody just coming out saying, oh yeah, Mossad runs TPUSA with no evidence of it. And the story's so ridiculous, it's just like, no, these are people just wanting to launch a career for themselves, in my opinion. And I got all this important news that is real, that is happening, that is existential, that is currently going down. I mean, we got the big, bad wolf of the EU that is as tyrannical and authoritarian and totalitarian as it gets. Literally coming in here, saying they're going to control everything we do in America. You notice when any website, it's click to accept cookies or not. That's an EU law. And it can sound good, but it's all about their authority in America. But under EU rules, they're putting people in jail for life for using the wrong pronouns. They're putting people in jail for 20 years for reporting the ethnicity of a rapist. And they're just getting started. And the exact legislation the EU's put in and the UK's put in is now passing in Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. It's the same thing. And now it's here. And the Democrats are trying to pass all this similar stuff. And they've got Republican counterparts from the Christian Zionists and Zionist lobby trying to pass accompanying legislation as the same thing so that Jews are protected. So they got the right wing coming after free speech and the left wing, and I'm just here saying, hey, I'm going to oppose it all. So So we got serious stuff going on there. Now, Elon Musk, let's do Elon Musk right now. All right? Let me get the latest Somalia fraud. Now over 8 million they discovered. Ilhan Omar, I'm seeing new body language out of her. She's scared. Because of the terrorism angle. And people are saying, these billions went over there. We know some of it went to the terror groups. She's like, I don't know. We'll investigate that. I hope they find out. She's openly been involved in the country trying to keep her group in power that was kicked out when she fled here. She's openly been funding them. And they're all on video, state senators and then leaders in her country, talking about how in tribal warfare, they're getting all the weapons from the money they're getting from America, and how they're going and killing all these other Somalis. Because it's different clans fighting each other. And the clans she's backing are the ISIS overall affiliate group. So it's not a question if she's over all this, she's the manager. And I played clips last night of the Prime Minister of Somalia. And they're at war with this other group that's creating Somaliland. And he's up there saying, she doesn't work for America. She works for Somalia. And this is a few years ago. She's going to send all the money she's going to get from America to us. And then the other speakers get up. And these are leaders in Somalia and leaders in state government there. And they go, we are going to crush the Somaliland people. We're going to kill them with our 20,000 man army. We have the RPGs thanks to Ilhan. I mean, they're on TV saying, thank you for the billions for the anti-tank weapons and RPGs, and our 20,000 man army is ready to kill everyone. I mean, I have the clips today. And you got Fox News, everybody. Is it true some of the money went to terrorists? The woman's father was a dictator and ran the country. You know that the Arab slave clan that she's royalty in is only in one area and had never gotten full control until her dad did in the country. You know, even the Somalis did not want to be under Muslim rule in the 60s, 70s, and 80s until her daddy came along. I can show you Somali streets and Somali schools in the 60s and 70s, and it looks nice, and nobody's wearing burqas, and the women are happy. And guess what? When I show you all this, they don't look like Ilhan Omar and the weird, crazy, Somali look. You think they're Somali look? That's not what they look like. They're the ruling minority, and because they leave their royalty that have been slaving and pirating for over 1,000 years, they only inbreed with themselves. That's why they have a low IQ. And so when you watch a movie like Captain Phillips, and the Somalis actually hired real Somalis for the movie, from this particular tribe, they look like real Somalis from that tribe because they are. So you see the guy that barely lost, Ilhan's best buddy, looks so psycho with those eyes and that face. Now these are the non-elite Somalis. The Arab Somalis, they call themselves Arab, but they say they're not black. I can show you countless clips, I showed them last night, of that particular tribe saying, we're not black. And that's why black people that move to Minneapolis, St. Paul, who are American blacks, get really pissed and hate Somalis, because they're not even Somalis, it's a particular tribe, and they won't even talk to you, and they tell you you're a kafir, they tell you you're an animal, because they enslaved blacks and sold them for over 1,400 years to the Arabs. And so that's why they're so arrogant, and why they all look like clones. Because they're bad guys. I mean, could you come up with a more psychotic, evil-looking person than this guy? He's a clone of the guy that ran for mayor and almost won.
Where you at?
How do they look? Because it's inbred, folks. But if you go study the different Somali tribes, they don't look like handsome black people.
Tiny, I didn't make mashed potatoes.
Look nothing like this. Here, look, play a clip from the 60s of just a girls' school there.
Alright, just give me a plate.
Okay, I'll heat it up for you.
I know he's got Karl Marx behind him. But the point is, yeah, that was the Russian influence. But look at these kids. They look like Somalis now, no? And they look like Ilhan Omar? And I can show you all the footage of the different tribes. So you don't hear a bunch of Durgar Muhammad Jihad from them, do you? No. So everything is always a lie within a lie within a lie. It is a tiny Arabic piracy slave clan who, when they first got there 1,500 years ago, 1,400 years ago, were Arabs, and in the Quran, all that, very racist, we're not breeding with the blacks.